with the addition of Yannick Ngakoue, the Minnesota Vikings have some pretty fun personnel combinations going on in their front seven. So let's talk about how the Vikes may deploy them this season. And also, it's important to note, so the Vikings co-regional defensive coordinators, Andre Patterson and Adam Zimmer, the front seven is their baby, as well as you throw in Dom Capers. Baby, you're going to have a stew going up front. So now, first off, so we're just going to highlight a couple random personnel groupings. So now, when we say like over under, when you're talking about 4-3 or 3-4, it's basically what it boils down to is the alignment of the nose tackle. So think over, weak, under, strong in terms of where the nose tackle is going to be. So in the 4-3 over, for example, which is on the screen right now, you have the nose tackle Shamar Stephen on the weak side. So just shading as a one tech to the weak side shoulder of the center, right? And then you have the tight end, the three tech on the tight end. The three tech is on the tight end side, is on strong side. There you go, nailed it. So 4-3 under would be the opposite. You'd have the nose tackle on the strong side. You'd have the three tech on the weak side. Relatively unimportant, but when we're talking about personnel, but now just throwing that out there since you hear it a ton. So the Vikings have typically run a pretty conventional 4-3 over as their quote unquote base defense under Zimmer. I say quote unquote because nickel is the new base. Yeah, Vikings do run nickel 54% of the time. So, yeah. And now for the early down work, especially against the 12-21 base personnel, basically everything not three wide receiver, you could see something like this, where you have Afadio Denebo at the right defensive end spot. You have Shamar Stephen at nose tackle, which the Vikings defense loves. Julio Johnson's beginning a lot of work as the first team three tech. I think you could see him as well. Or Armand Watts could be working in there as well. And then also you have Danielle Hunter, good old number 99, left defensive end. So you can see this defensive line a lot, especially early in the season as they get Yannick in game shape. And also the fact that Yannick is a lighter defensive end and doesn't hold up as well against the run. I mean, it does make sense, especially when you have such a talented guy like Afadio Denebo, to use a rotation where you're primarily saving Yannick for passing situations. And also, Afadi just is going to get out there. Linebackers, of course, are going to be Barr, Kendricks, and Wilson at that weak side linebacker spot. So next up. So on passing downs, and again, we say 4-3 over base defense on passing downs, which this likely just kicks into nickel. Like, say on 3rd and 7, you're probably not going to see the base defense out there, even if the offense does roll out in like 12 personnel. So just take Wilson off the field and put in a cornerback or a safety or whatever. But song remains the same. Yannick is now his normal right defensive end spot, as well as you have Armand Watts or Jaleel Johnson at nose tackle, so going a little bit lighter there, as well as you got Afadio Denebo kicking into three tech, which he did successfully last year, 120 snaps, and then also you have Danielle Hunter at his left defensive end spot. So you can see this as well. So Yannick does have experience playing both sides, so I think you may see a scenario where it's almost, instead of like side straight up, occasionally the Vikings will go Danielle on the strong side, no matter where the tight end goes, if it's on the left or the right, as well as Yannick on the weak side, so he can really get that wide nine technique lineup, which he is the most effective at. I think that's the best usage of him. So this is a formula mix, a nice mix of speed as well as some reliability against the run. But next up is sexy time. So nickel NASCAR. All right, so we're talking about 3rd and long. You want to bring some heat. Everyone and their mom is caught up to the double A gap look, or hell, you could still run the double A gap out of this look too. It's fine. Woo! Bring it on. So you got Yannick. You have Afadi at the nose, Herc at 3 tech, or they could play even if you want to have 55 and 54 clanging and banging up in the A gaps, which is cool too. Then, of course, you got Danielle at left defensive end. Also, you could experiment. You get even more nuts with this. Like, you could kick Danielle inside instead of Herc. You could put Barr with his hand down in the dirt. You could have Wilson and Kendricks, the Eric Bros, at linebacker. You could do a lot of fun things here, man. It is great. It's like getting through 1st and 2nd down and getting to 3rd and long. It's like when you're a kid and you're eating your dinner, like eating all of your vegetables, and then you get to 3rd and long, and that's dessert. You could do a lot of really fun things here. So I'm pretty pumped to see what the Vikings are going to do in this situation. So lastly, just for fun, so with Dom Capers in the building, as well as him hinting at the Vikings running multiple fronts. So we just threw out 3-4 under base defense. So now they got to run 3-4 under, over. It really doesn't matter. But again, under, you have nose tackle shading to the strong side this time. 2 defensive ends. You got Afadi as well as Daniil playing in de facto 5-techs. Well, on this, you have Afadi shading in a little bit more, almost like a 3-tech, but that's really not important. But also, I flirted with the idea of Daniil as a stand-up outside linebacker, but also, who you going to put in his stead? Jalen Holmes, but Jaleel Johnson. They've been working a little bit on the edge, but I just like it like this because Daniil, I believe, is still better with his hand in the dirt, as well as he's certainly strong enough to hold up even as a tighter technique. So I'm cool with this. Now, linebacker, you got Barr at a strong side spot. Rush the damn passer, man. Get it. Yeah, Kendricks at the mic. 54 is the mic. You got Wilson at weak side linebacker, as well as on the weak side, Yannick as the jack linebacker. Get wide, get outside, and just get around that tackle and just hunt. I mean, frankly, the Vikings could have a lot of fun with this. Play around with personnel groupings. Daniil stand up. Is he hand in the dirt? Is he whatever? You could do a 3-3 nickel out of this. You could mix in a lot of zone blitz. I mean, frankly, the Vikings have been relatively, for lack of a better term, boring on defense, but boring can be good. If you just have good personnel, you put them in good spots and they make plays. I mean, football you can make as complicated or as simple as you want, but just a little bit of creativity with all these dudes up front. I mean, the Vikings have a great opportunity this season, so can't wait to see what they do with the front seven. But your thoughts? Take a look at the Vikings front seven. Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull us on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol. Production value.